2017, we presented a second version of the IGC's controlling process model. Main drivers I would divide into three areas, which are content, structure, and scope. So content-wise, we had developed over the last years from IGC the competence model, which showed clearly that the competencies for controllers are changing. So the role understanding and role driving of controllers is developing further, and that should be also reflected in the process model. Second, the structure is different, mainly impacted by digitization and analytics. So more and more areas of controlling are digitalized and transferred on the machine. So we all are talking about robotics-based process automation, and that is also relevant for controlling. And third, the scope is also developing forward, and therefore it's a good idea to adapt and think and renew the process model, and that have we done over the last years in a joint action from all participants of IGC. So we came together in a couple of workshops and brainstorming what are the main areas that I just told, and what are the main changes and how we should further develop the controlling process model. As we have learned also from a lot of research that the IGC controlling process model is widespread used, a lot of organizations in practice, but also from theory, a lot of universities are applying that model and start explaining how controlling works, but also start projects for the comparison of controlling functions and analysis of how companies are carrying out controlling based on the IGC controlling process model. Now I would like to give you a brief overview of what has changed from process model 1.0 to process model 2.0. What is very easily detectable and directly seeable is a changed structure, which is mainly affected by the main processes of controlling, which we now shaped in a second version in a round shape, in a circular way. Second, we divided in the, again, 10 main processes, but also we showed more clearly in the graph as a second dimension the controlling of functions. So very often controlling is decentralized, applied in production, sales, R&D, and other corporate functions. Yeah, now coming back to the 10 main processes. There we have also highlighted what are the absolute core processes for controlling, which are dark blue displayed, which is planning, budgeting, and forecasting. We have put that a little bit more together. Beforehand, it was divided into 3 processes, but we see more and more sort of integrated planning, so we put that together. Investment controlling, cost accounting, management reporting, and business partnering are the other absolute core processes. And what we have added in a way is the data quality controlling process. As in a digitized economy, data are the absolutely core foundation for controlling, and therefore it's absolutely necessary to have control of the data and to assure that the data meet the quality requirements of controlling. Yeah, that's the main overview of what we have done. We have further, of course, explained the different processes much more in detail, as in the first edition. So we have always explained the process start, the process end by defining inputs and outputs and defining sub-processes for every main process. So we updated the whole book, which is in some parts very similar to the first edition, but a lot of parts were completely new and introduced in the second version completely new.